Hello! Hope that you everyone has enjoying with your family and friends by watching TV and playing. Don't you want to study? What? You want to study? Okay, then let us start learning. I am your social science teacher. I will teach social science in 8th standard. You have studied social science in 6th and 7th standard as 3 parts. Do you remember? What were they? What? Yes, geography, history and politics. First we are going to start with history. Let us start with the first chapter of history. 1 minute. Hello. Netwa. Eppe. ശരി നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഉണ്ടാ നമ്മ ഹെഡ്മാ ഷോയിലോ വണ്ടി വെച്ചിട്ട് വീണ് ഇപ്പം നിങ്ങളെ മനസ്സിനൊക്കെ വന്നെ തന്നെ ഇപ്പം നിങ്ങളെ മനസ്സിനൊക്കെ തോന്നി തന്നെ ഞാൻ ചൊല്ലിതായിട്ടെ എപ്പ എങ്ങനെ ഓടേണ്ടത്. That is the name of our first chapter, how, when and where. How, when and where. Looking at the title of the chapter, you can see that you have learned chapters like how, when and where in 6th and 7th standard also. In 8th standard, you are going to study same type of chapter. First chapter is most important. Why? To learn how to study history, you have to learn first chapter thoroughly. The chapter will not tell us any stories, but the chapter will tell us the stories behind every story of the history. If we go through the heading of the chapter, how, when and where, it tells us the how, when and where of history. When I mentioned the headmaster got into an accident, the questions that came into your mind are how, when and where. Whenever you hear any incident in history or anywhere, there will be always 3 questions behind it. How, when and where. These are the 3 main basic pillars of learning history. What you have learned in history until 8th standard, what you have learned in 6th standard, you have learned about ancient history and you have learned about medieval history in 7th standard. Now we are going to learn modern history in 8th standard. In 8th standard, you are going to learn recent history. That is the events after British came to India. So this will be interesting than usual. In this class, let us understand what we are going to learn in the first chapter. Our first topic is how important dates are. Earlier, most of the students dislike history because they have to memorize loads of dates. This topic is not about just learning the dates, but about the importance of dates and also the shift between the date and events. Our second topic is which dates. Which dates are important in history. In this part, we will understand which dates are important in history and why. We will also learn why these dates are important. And we will understand the discussion and debates about the dates in the history as well. Our third topic is how do we periodize. In this part, we will learn how Indian history is periodized and we will learn about James Mill who periodized Indian history. And also we will learn whether his periodization was right or wrong. Our fourth topic is what is colonial. What is colonial? We will learn about what is colonial. This is a huge question. What is colonial? We will learn about what is colonial in the coming class. And the fifth and final topic of the first chapter is how do we know? From where do historians get history? History is not something that someone writes by recalling a dream. ആരെങ്കിലും സ്വപ്നം കണ്ടിട്ട് എഴുതുന്നതാണോ ഹിസ്റ്ററി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്? Allah. What is the source of history? Where do we get this much information of history? What happened during Mughal rule? What is the reason behind the construction of Taj Mahal? When did British start ruling India? From where do we get information to write about such events? What kind of records do we use? How reliable these kinds of records that we refer to write history? How accurate are these records? What are the studies related to them? We will learn these things in this topic. So once again, I will repeat what we are going to learn in the first chapter: how, when and where is. First, we will learn about dates, that is, how dates are. Then we will learn about which dates, that is, which dates are important. Then we will learn about how do we periodize, that is, how Indian history is periodized. And our fourth topic is what is colonial. Finally, we will learn about how do we get, what kind of records we use to refer history. I hope that you understand what topics we will cover in the first chapter. We will learn in detail from the next class onwards. I will wind up this session by saying be safe. See you in the next class.